Well, a little bit of a roller coaster of a game for us, but we're taking. We're thankful. We got off to a really slow start tonight. We couldn't dig in defensively, but then we started getting in a little bit of a rhythm somewhere after that 15-minute mark in the first half, and our guys just locked in defensively. It was fun to watch, and we go into halftime with a 12-point lead. I don't know if that's good or bad, the way sometimes we can't protect leads, but we showed some maturity tonight. And I told them I thought our non-conference schedule was strong enough where we could, survive some adversity in the course of a game, and we did that. And fortunately, we finished the game strong, and these two guys played some outstanding defense on some perimeter players from Mississippi State that can pretty much win the game on their own. So I'm really proud of our team. I'm proud of our coaching staff getting our team ready to play. But these two guys up here, Riley and Dazon, and you throw Braxton in there, these are, three guys that are just outstanding on the defensive end of the floor, and they're great teammates, and they really support each other. And fortunately, we rebounded the basketball, and if we can continue to rebound the basketball, we think we'll have a chance to be a pretty decent team.
Thanks, Coach. Let's take questions for Dazon or Riley first. Go ahead, Cecil.
For Riley, there was a stretch, and they kept coming at you in the second half. There was a point where they cut it to 55-50. You get a tip in right at the shot clock buzzer, and then follow that up with a three. Just talk about that sequence, if you could. Just how.
Yeah, both teams played really hard. I thought we played defense in the second half. And then, my man went and boxed Dante out, so it left me open, and I was just there for the putback. But my teammates, they found me, like Braxton on the drive. I hit the open three. They keep finding me. I just got to make the shots. I got great teammates, great coaches that put us in the right position to make the right plays.
Was there a feeling that they were going to make a run there in the second half, Riley?
Yeah, there was. Good teams make good runs, so we knew we had to weather the storm. We want to come out of the half better than what we did, but I thought once we settled in, we started getting stops on the defensive end. It helped our offense.
Other questions for Dazon or Riley?
For Dazon. You out-rebounded with 43-26. You had 9. It's kind of spread around. Really got a lot of second chances, a lot of second opportunities. Was that a focus on the game plan?
Yes. Our rebound is always a point of emphasis for us to be successful. And Coach Avery, he wants me to go to the offensive rebound when I can, and on the defensive end, he wants me to get the rebounds too, and be able to push it on the break.
Riley, you were guarding Q quite a bit tonight when Derry Weatherspoon. What did you guys do as a team and you personally to kind of slow him down?
We try to take him out of the game. He's a great player. He scores so many different ways. So we thought if we slowed him down, we had a chance on the defensive end to slow their team down. Give them credit, though. They're a great offensive team, great three-point shooters. But I thought our defense overall was pretty good tonight.
Anything else for the players? All right, you guys are good. All right, we'll go ahead and take questions for Coach Avery at this time.
Avery, when you look at Mississippi State, how important is Weatherspoon to their offense, and how did you try to take him out of his game plan?
Well, significantly important. You look at the team Coach Holland has assembled here. Coach Witherspoon is a guy that they lean on a lot in most of their possessions. So they lean on him to shoot threes, mid-range game. They post him up. So, he's just an all-SEC player. So the smart thing to do is to try to give him a lot of attention. And Coach Holland does a great job of moving him around all over the floor. So we just tried to give him different looks. There's really no rocket science with this. If he catches the ball, we're in trouble. If we can try to limit his catches, then we'll have a chance if we can rebound the basketball. So that's what we tried to do. We just tried to keep him off balance. Fortunately, he missed some shots. But, this is a three-point shooting team. I think they make about 9 threes a game, and that was a big point of emphasis for us. We did a good job in the first half because they were 1 for 14 from the three-point line. But, of course, we lost our concentration to start the second half, and they made 2 threes. But Witherspoon is significantly important in what they do on the offensive end of the floor.
when MSU was making their run there in the second half, what were you telling your guys in the huddle?
That we've been here before. You know, I'm not going to mention other teams outside of the SEC right now because we're in SEC play. But if you know anything about our team and you look at our non-conference record, we've been in some hostile environments. And I told our team that before the game, that let's try to grow up a little bit tonight. If we're fortunate to get a lead, let's figure out how to just not surrender the entire game. Let's keep our confidence up and do what we need to do on both ends of the floor and have the type of mental toughness to handle that type of adversity.
Other questions for Coach? Anything else?
Several players obviously had good nights, but Jimmy came off the bench, gave you some offense, gave you some presence around the rim. How did you evaluate his performance?
Well, you know, we told Jimmy, look, you coming off the bench, and we need you to accept that role now and maximize it because you're going to be playing against a lot of young guys. You're a senior. Act like it on the floor. Show some leadership. Talk on defense. And Jimmy's had a lot of energy. He may not like that he's coming off the bench, but he's got to accept it, and we need him. We need his production coming off the bench. And, you know, we think with our size on the perimeter, with Dazon, Braxton, and Riley, with Bola and Jimmy and Dante inside, we should be able to be very competitive. But I told Jimmy he's a major part of that. He and Dante as a combination, especially now that he's coming off the bench.
Hey, Tyson Carter. Sorry, go ahead.
Coach Johnson, how important was it to get this win here tonight on the road?
Road win is very important. It's first game. You know, we're you know, a team just like Mississippi State that started the game late, and it's very important. Any road win anywhere, but especially in our conference, because it's going to be a dogfight. And I see a lot of teams that's evenly matched. But the teams, you know, we didn't do a great job of taking care of the ball tonight. 17 turnovers. They'll see every one of them tomorrow. But at the same time, I like how competitive we were. And, you know, even with some of the shots we missed, A.J. Jr. missed a few shots in there, but it got us on the glass. And I was happy that we at least broke down the defense and we were trying to attack the basket.
Ben didn't start Tyson Carter for the first time this year. I think he scored 10 off the bench. Just what did you see from his game tonight?
Yeah, you know, when we started the game, or when I got the starting lineups, they had several changes that we weren't necessarily expecting. And how, you know, we talked as a staff about, do we want to change our lineup to try to match up? And we said, you know, we'll stay with the lineup. We were 2-0 with the guys that's been starting. We finally have an 8-man rotation. We had to go 9 deep because of foul trouble. But we said, let's just stay with who we are. We know we were going to be in a little bit of a bind because we didn't want AJ to start on ready. But we had to go that route. But finally, once we settled in, things worked out for us. And I'm really proud of our team.
Two last questions, Susan.
Excuse me, Coach. Corbin was able to get some minutes tonight. Did you feel like he was 100%, and what contribution was he had?
Not 100%, but he was good enough to play in the game. We had him on the limit pitch count, rather, and it was about 16 minutes, so we had to take him to 18 because of the foul trouble with Braxton. But we needed that extra ball handler. We needed his defense. You know, one of the guys that still burned us a couple of times tonight was Peters. And, you know, Corbin was the guy I wanted to guard Peters. And overall, I thought he gave us some effort there. But, you know, we didn't handle the press there late in the game. You know, we turned the ball over and, you know, just a little bit of a silly mistake. But overall, I liked our guys' body language throughout the game. And we got to continue to have that whether we're at home or on the road.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.